Hello, 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 everybody. Happy Friday. Hello, replay viewers. I'm going to invite my friends from my other account. Let's come on over. There we go. Okay. So, I'm just having some fun today. I am not doing anything serious. Just kind of taking it easy today. And thought, well, I'll have some fun. So I'm Kathy Grillo. This is where you can find me. Please come and say hi. Would love it. Hi, how are you? Thanks for stopping. Anyway, I am just going to play around with some oil painting settings and a palette knife. I'm just going to play. I've never done it. Hi, I've never done this. I'm just kind of messing around. I'm not doing any like real art piece. I'm good. How are you? I'm just kind of playing around here. So I don't know if this paper is going to make any difference. Let's get something crazy in case it does. Let's try that. Okay. And let's get it set up. Alright. So I really don't know what I'm doing, guys. Just so you know. So be nice to me. I'm just playing around today. Taking the day off and just having some fun. I'm just having some fun. So I want to get a nice, it's kind of a darker background color. Let me fill it. I'm going to just fill it in. Oh, that'll be good. I'm going to paint some flowers, so that's probably a good starting point. I'm going to try to play. Yeah, I'm drawing, so, you know, you never know. I could be totally naked behind this camera, but you're not going to see me because all I do is paint here. Just so you know. Alright, so I have a loaded palette knife, and I'm just going to play around a little bit. I don't understand why you would come in and think to do that. I mean, that's kind of disrespectful. I don't get that. I don't even get what the thrill of being like that is. But that's just me. Just me. So I'm going to probably build up from the back and work to the front because this is oils and I'm all doing it on one layer. Right? I'm trying to figure it out. I've never done this before, guys. So I think I want to make this bigger right now. Hi, Ann. I'm just playing around. How are you? I'm just going to throw some colors down. And I'm going to blend them in. Just do some different shadings. Maybe in loose leaf shapes. Just kind of layer them up on top of each other. I took today off, so I'm just kind of playing around. I don't really know what I'm doing. I've never painted with like palette knives before. And I'm just kind of doing it digitally, having some fun here. So, welcome to me, this like being in my room playing around. I want to like get some different shades of green. You know, you get a little slump doing the same old thing, and I'm getting ready for some family coming into town tomorrow, and I was like, you know, I'm just going to play around for a little bit, have some fun. And these are all going to get like smeared in together, so I'm just kind of, I have the setting I have right now is called a loaded palette knife, and I'm just kind of throwing some different shades and shapes of green down that I'm going to blend into the background here. Maybe like in a loose, different like leaf patterns. I don't know. I'm just trying to go for something other than the flat green in the background. And so, what's been going on? What has everybody been up to? I don't know what I'm doing. So Welcome to my craziness. I'm just playing around here. This is my free flow impressionist. I'm just having fun. And the best part about it is I'm not wasting any water or ink or paper. I'm literally just throwing some colors and shapes down, and it's going to be very impressionistic here. So what have you been working on, Anne? I haven't seen you lately. I've missed some of your scopes. If you've scoped. I think I saw something from you the other day, but I didn't have time to watch it. It's been a crazy week around here. Alright. So I love that how I first come in here and I had some trolls, and since I wouldn't get naked, they all left. They just don't realize how old I am. That if they really did see me, they probably wouldn't be so thrilled. I hate trolls. I don't understand the concept of why that thrills them to do stuff like that, but you know. So I did not do another layer on my canvas. I am painting directly on my canvas. So it is interacting with the paint that filled the canvas color. And so just putting some various shades down. This is just the very start. So it's like if I was taking a bunch of paint and filling my canvas with it. It's a base. I just wanted some interesting different shades of green instead of one flat color of green. Okay, so that's kind of good. Now I'm going to take my dry palette knife and just kind of blend them a little bit. So it's like I just put a bunch of colors on the canvas. And I'm just going to blend them just a little. Make it like a blurry background type of thing. Very vague shapes I'm going for, but more of a variety of green. Maybe it'll make it a little interesting. Now these are oil paints, so they're going to start blending a little bit with each other as I go and soak into my paper that I have. Alright. So see, it's just being on a sort of like it might be leaves, might not know exactly. I just kind of want it to be a little smeary. Honestly, I don't even really know what I want it to be because I'm just kind of playing around here. Not sure what I'm doing. But we'll see what happens. Sometimes you gotta do that. Sometimes you just gotta pull out something out of your craft box or your artist palettes or whatever it is and play around with them a little bit. You never know, you might be pleasantly surprised. So it'd be nice if that's what happens here. It is kind of fun just to like swirl the stuff around and not be like worried so much about all the details, which is what I'm trying to work at. And I'm finally brave enough to maybe show you a little bit of it. I do this sometimes on my own, just, not very often though. Alright. The only thing I don't like, I really don't like this one really light green, so I'm going to kind of blend it in a little bit, make it a little darker in there. Alright, so that's all I kind of really wanted, was maybe a little more interesting background than just one solid color. So I just kind of smeared these colors on here a little bit. And I don't like this gray green up there either, so I want to get some of these up here. Alright. So these are going to be in the background. You're not really going to see it. I'm thinking, you know, maybe it'll look sort of like some greenery or leaves or something back there. Guys, I gotta let the dog in. It's a little hot outside. Treats, treats, treats. Alright. So. Alright, so now I want to go back to my loaded palette knife. And I'm gonna draw some flowers and see what happens. Or try to draw some flowers. I think I want to start smaller. So I'm going to like lay down color and then I'm going to blend them sort of like I blended here. Hi, thanks for coming. I'm just playing around with some oils and pastels. Oils and a palette knife here today. I don't really know what I'm doing because I've never really done this before. So, welcome to my... Hi, welcome to me playing around with my art stuff today. I'm just having a good time at it, and it'll either work or it'll come out terrible. One way or the other. I'm not sure. Right? I'm just gonna throw down some different shades and blend them in and see what I could come up with. It might come out really good. You never know. You never know. I never did it before, but we never know. So this is Corel Painter, and I'm using the, this is a loaded palette knife that I'm using right now. And I'm just kind of gonna go for like an impressionistic kind of thing here. See what happens. See what happens. But I'm kind of taking the day off from art today. Oh, well, welcome. Kind of taking the day off from my regular art, and I'm just sort of playing around today. So this is like no pressure. Just kind of play around and let whatever happens happens type of art. So it's by no means supposed to look real. I'm just kind of playing around and see what happens. So how is things in Russia today? I hope they're well. I have never used a palette knife in real life, so I am not quite sure how this stuff gets blended in, but we'll see. I'm just kind of going for the shapes that I'm seeing. And experimenting with the colors. And then I'll come back and do some shadings. And that came out really... And I can blend them too when I build it up. Thanks for the heart. I appreciate it. Especially since I don't really know where I'm going with this and what I'm doing. I'm just kind of just having some fun. Paint some flowers and see what happens. Yeah. I kind of want this really light. Yeah. Blend in some of this. Maybe a really dark thing right there. And once I lay down the basic shades, I'm doing good. How are you? I'm just playing around today. I took the day off from real art today. And I decided to experiment and do something I've never done before. So that's what you see me doing right now. I have never done this before. This is digital art, and this is a palette knife setting. And so I'm just kind of trying to get the shapes of some petals. Thrown in here. If I make a big mess, I make a big mess, and then I learned something else. That's the way I look at it. So you get this light color up here. Oh, I don't know if I like that. That's not too bad. I'm just doing a variety of, like a bunch of flowers, just a little bouquet, it's just a little practice thing. Very loose and impressionistic today. Or at least for me. At least for me it is. Hi, thanks for stopping by. Don't really know what I'm doing. So I'm just kind of playing around here. Let's see what happens. Alright. What else do I want to put in? I'm gonna try. So, what are you doing today? I hope you're doing something nice. What is it? Is it Saturday there yet, or is it still Friday? need to practice this a little more. So this is really just practice. Honest to God. But that's the only way to learn how to do something new is by just playing around with it sometimes. That's so dark. I don't like that darkness. I do want the creamy color. Alright. Alright, so I'm just kind of like throwing in these little only thing is I'm trying to figure out how to like turn it sideways to get some of the things that I kind of want it to do. Huh. That's a puzzle. That's a puzzler. So there. There. Yeah, this is a really good job. I don't know if you can kind of see the oil's building up in here, but that's kind of what they're doing. Hi. I'm just playing around here. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing, so be kind. I've never done this before. I'm trying to be a little impressionistic, and I'm using a palette knife setting here. Hi. And I'm just kind of playing around and experimenting because I've never done this before. This is Corel Painter. And so I'm just kind of playing around with it. This is an oil and palette knife setting. And it works pretty much. I don't have a whole lot of control, just like if it was a real palette knife. I'm telling you right now, they did a good job with that. I think I'm going the wrong direction. I think I need to start like in the back and bring it forward. That's what I'm thinking. So let me try to reverse it. Yeah, I'm just teaching myself. I've never done it, so I'm just kind of playing around here. Okay, so like, what if I do this, and then came in. That might work. I don't know. Yeah, I do a lot digitally. Just not usually anything like this. So I'm trying to learn something new. Okay. Yeah, they're a little darker. I'm just playing around with it, so we'll have to see. I'm trying to... it's an oil, so you kind of have to like build it up. I don't know. I want like this little swirl. Maybe I need to make this smaller. Make my brush a little, the palette knife smaller. Yeah, I've never tried it. So this is my first time just playing around. How else you can ever learn anything, right? Sometimes you just gotta, you know. Oh yeah, see that's not bad. Thanks, yeah. I need a little smaller for details. I could go back. That's kind of cool. So like if I did... Yeah, just jump in and try it. I'm not doing it for anybody but myself. So it's no worse than if I was at home playing around. Yeah, I could come back with... But I'm doing it all on one layer, so that's very paintery and not digitally. And I haven't blended it yet. I haven't blended it yet. So I'm still just kind of... I have a blender palette knife too that I can really go impressionistic if I want. So we'll see. I'm just kind of taking a relaxing day today. I had a busy week. I have some people visiting. I want this bigger now. Let me start. There's some guests coming for the weekend, and so that's going to be a little crazy. You know, sometimes you need to just kind of play around and have some fun and not worry about it too much. Yeah, it's pretty expensive, but this is a very paintery program. The mediums really act like the paint pretty similarly. Yeah, I mean, if you can paint with regular stuff, you'd be able to adapt really well to this. And so I'm using a palette knife, which means I'm literally taking the paint and just kind of dragging it on here. If I missed a comment, I'll see him later. Sorry, I'm trying my best. Alright. The whites are hard because you don't want it to get like too... I could almost use like a little bit of a bigger palette knife, which I can always go back and do. So everybody, I see like these people doing impressionist stuff and it looks so easy. Let me tell you, it's kind of not. I'm just saying. This is... It's not as easy as they make it look. I have to come in with a... So what? I missed it. Say it again. What's hard for you? I missed the first part. It is hard. Oh, I just twisted it around. Ah, don't want to do that. There we go. Yeah, you would think it was easy, like you don't have to worry about things looking super realistic or any of that. You're working on pastels. That's cool. I'm not good with pastels either because I'm good with digital pastels, but real pastels, the scratchiness gets to me. But yeah, you know, like you'd be like, oh, anybody could do that impressionistic stuff. It's just, you know, you throw down some colors and whatever happens, happens. And I'm just telling you that when you try to not be realistic, it doesn't always come out the way you want it to. Alright, so now the trick, I'm going to throw... It is, especially when you're used to being in control. So that's kind of what I'm practicing. Oh, wrong thing. It's kind of what I'm working on here. It's just a lesson for myself. To try something different, go a little outside the box a little bit, and just play around a little bit and see what happens. Hi. Has it? Well, that's cool. Yeah, I need to... You know, you get in that, like, stink, especially when you're doing stuff for other people, and they know, like, sort of your style, and so then that's kind of what they want. And then you don't get a whole lot of time to kind of just explore something new. So, yeah. So I'm just kind of, you know, I have some time today. I don't have anything. I went to the post office and sent off a painting to somebody. I already did all my work stuff. Ran to the grocery store. I was like, you know, you have time to play around. Do whatever you feel like doing for a few hours until people start coming home. You deserve it. Do what you feel like doing. So that's what I'm doing. I said, oh, I'm going to try to make some flowers. I wish I was. I'm a part-time artist, part-time nanny. Yeah. Hi. Oh, well, thanks. I'm just playing around here, but this is a oils and palettes, SJ. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just playing around for the fun of it. I'm experimenting right now. See what happens. Oh, thanks. Today's my day off, so I'm just like experimenting. Just playing around, trying to loosen up a little bit. I just have some, I don't know. Put some petals down here. You take care. I'll see you later. Okay. Just kind of tuck these in here. I have great friends on Periscope. That's one thing I love about it. Meet some great people. Try again. This is actually looking better than I thought it was going to look, to be honest with you. And so that's really not saying a whole lot. how much optimistic I was about doing this. So, hi Jace, I'm just playing around. I don't know what I'm doing, so don't really ask me to explain too much. Hi, I'm just playing for my own benefit of this palette knife setting, which it really is kind of like a palette knife. I don't have too much control over what I'm doing yet because I'm not quite sure what I'm doing. Yeah, you gotta play around. Otherwise you'll never know what you might do. So since I didn't have anything I had to do or to show anybody, I said, oh, now's a good time to get in there and play around. And I decided to do it on Periscope because I said, hey, there might be people who's, I never thought I'd want to play around. Just show people who do art. Yeah, there you go. People who do art don't always know what they're doing right away either. So even, somebody who does a bunch of stuff on something else, they still have to step out of their box and comfort zone a little bit. And try something new once in a while too. Plus, it gets boring doing the same thing all the time. Yep. Yeah, I think as artists, really, I think we're always learning. Unless you're like one of those uh, artists that just kind of like pumps out the same stuff all the time. I think you're always learning. If you're not, you probably should be. Alright. If I get a little smaller. So what are you up to today? So I could come back after this. This Corel Painter is really cool. Are you working? That's cool. Corel Painter is really cool. Is that these paints work a lot like real paints. So they'll interact with each other for a while. Oh, no accomplishments today. And then after a while, you could go back and get more detail on. Whereas if you try to do the detail right after you painted the forms, they're going to just blend in more. So when you want to get detail, you have to treat it just like if you were really painting. And you have to wait a little bit because you can see the colors are going to start blending in with my colors beneath. And unusual for me, I'm painting it all on one canvas. It's all on one layer. I have not done any other layers, nothing different. So it's all like if I just had a canvas on my easel and I'm throwing down paint on it. So that's what I decided to try today. So I'm not really sure what I'm doing, but I'm trying it anyway. and we'll see what happens. We'll see. You never know. It's probably something, and the good thing is it's probably not something I'm going to keep. It'll probably just get deleted or something. And if I do keep it, it'll just be kind of kept filed away somewhere as a lesson. But I'm not wasting anything. Yeah, you got to. So I have some pictures of flowers over here, and I'm not copying the pictures per se. I'm just sort of getting some of the colors from them. And I'm just kind of doing my own thing, trying to balance it out and just kind of practice throwing some flowers and seeing what happens. Just for the heck of it. Just for the heck of it. So if it doesn't look like when it looks like I don't know what I'm doing, it's because I don't. I don't know what I'm doing. I want this, I have to put this bigger. Because I'm trying to get it, and then I'm going to blend it in a little bit. I think I might blend it a little bit with a blender, a dry palette knife. I have a palette knife that has no paint attached to it. It's just a dry palette knife. So I think I'll throw some of that on there in a little bit. I'm just kind of taking different shades and throwing it around here. I'm kind of balancing out, trying to balance out the color a little bit. So let's do a pink one down in here. Just I'm kind of enjoying like how the different colors are blending together. So Katie, how have you been? I haven't seen you for a long time. It's been like a little bit of while since I've seen your name pop up. Hope you've been busy and well. Well, this one's going to blend in all sorts of colors. Can't believe just from clicking on these flowers I'm getting all these different shades right now. And it's worked into like a Alright. Let's see what happens when I use this dry palette knife. It's pretty big right now, but I don't want it to be that big because I used it for the background. Alright, so now this is going to blend all my colors together. and it's not adding any more paint. It's just gonna blend them, and this is where I get to be like blurry. Hi. So I'm just kind of, it's like taking a dry palette knife and just dragging it through the paint. Ugh. Yeah, it is kind of hot today. It's a little hot here in Michigan too. I was glad I got out and I got to the grocery store and everything early. So I'm trying to work from the back to the front. Oh yeah, I admire your gardening because I love the plants. I just don't have the um, patience to do it all, and so I usually get annuals so I don't have to mess with them too much. And when I plant things, it's really I literally say good luck when I plant them, and then if they live, they live. It's like good luck. Hope you do well. And I do. My husband laughs at me. I'm like, well, I'm like, yeah, well, hope you did okay. If you grow, you grow. If not, I don't know why. Maybe, you know. So I tend not to get anything that's not super hardy. But I grow things. Things grow pretty good for me. It's kind of weird. For some reason, they grow. So I guess I just picked the right plants, or they just like me, so they grow. Because I wish them luck. Alright, so this blending, this soft palette tool is really kind of neat. It's making it, it's blending my colors, and it makes it, but it's giving it like um, that blurry kind of impressionistic look that I'm kind of liking. So I mean, you kind of tell they're flowers, but it's not like super detailed. I might probably throw in some detail on top, make some lighter and darker. But it's kind of cool. I'm kind of liking it. So I mean, the first go around, I was just trying to get some shape and paint down that I could blend in later. And that strategy seems to have worked. Alright. Yeah. I mean, it's not the best painting. I wouldn't sit there and say, ooh, look at this masterpiece, but you know what? It's not terrible. I don't think it's terrible. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen. It's not the worst thing I've ever painted. I can tell you that much. I think I needed a little more variety of colors in this red, though. I'm gonna have to add some. So as I was trying to do like real drastic color combos, because I wanted, when I blended them, I didn't want to lose. I wanted it to be more like this. So the red, I think I got a little scared of the reds. Got a little scared of them. So then it got a little muddy. And I don't want it to blend too much with the... So see, the complete flowers weren't there. I'm kind of pulling out the leaf, the petals. This idea is I had the basis and now I'm dragging out the petals here. This one got a little muddy too. I didn't use enough. I need some darkers. Lesson learned. When you're doing a lighter one, you do need the darker colors that you think are too dark. Because when they get blended, they're not too dark. How about that? Okay. Just cover it up if I don't like it. But it's okay because I'm not really keeping this. I'm just kind of playing with it. So it came out alright. Cover. It's being very Monet, very... Yeah, I can see this being enjoyable. Alright. So yeah, I thought this one was going to be too dark, but it's really going to make the white stuff work, I think, a little better. Not too bad. I'm trying not to judge myself too harshly. I'm trying to say, okay, if my 10-year-old niece did this, I'd be like, oh wow, that's great. So that's kind of how I'm judging myself. Because I've never done this before. Oh. So now I understand why, like, when you see those paintings and they have like such some drastic colors, and you're like, how do they make that work? Well, they make that work because like those real darks and then the lights help trick you into seeing the form. Because like I'm curious, if I go step back, like how you look at things in a museum and you step back. You know, yeah. I mean, I would say flowers. I won't say, oh, that's just a blob of colors. I would say those are flowers. Too bad. Not too bad. Alright. And I could already see if I really wanted to mess with it, which I probably won't do it that long, but if I really wanted to mess with it, I could come back and put like some finer lines on top to define things and some highlights. Might not throw it out. I might not put it in the trash bin. I might just put it in a file, and you never know. See, I like this dark green that I kind of had in this one. It's defining the leaves a little, the petals, I mean, a little better. Yarr. So I might just keep it in a file in case I decide to come back to it at some point. I don't know. Maybe. Or I'll just do another one. Alright. The roses are probably a good choice. It's like I'm gonna do some flowers, or it was gonna be like a koi fish or something. And I don't think I would have been able to pull off a koi fish. So I'm glad I picked these flowers. Try. Anyway. Alright, wonder if I do some just some really light semblance of maybe some stems somewhere. So this is going to be ongoing. This is a nice little practice. You know, sometimes just to find a little fill in some of the spaces with a little green suggestions. I don't know. Could have been worse. Could have been better. Not too bad. For a first attempt, I think it is totally acceptable. Hi. Hmm. I don't know if I'm going to put any more details in. I don't know. Let's see. If I go back with the loaded knife and I go small. Hi, thanks for stopping by. I'm just playing around today. Nothing super serious. I've never done these before, so I'm just kind of experimenting. I'm trying to add a little bit of highlights, maybe. I wish I knew what I was doing. I don't. This is like just playing with stuff in the art room. Because one, I've never painted with a palette knife before. And it's all on one level. Let's just try to throw some stuff in here. Maybe look like I have some semblance of I don't know. What do you guys think? You think it's terrible? I think with the rose, I actually want to go darker. And instead of have a then go lighter. It's fun to experiment, as we were saying, every now and then. You should try something that you have never done before. I've definitely never done this before. And I'm proud of myself that I did it here in front of everybody, because normally I wouldn't dare to do anything unless I knew how it was going to turn out or what I was doing. I would be like, no, are you kidding me? I'm not doing nothing. Oh. So I can see how some of this would work out. Hi. I'm just kind of playing around here. Don't really know what I'm doing. Do, 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 do. Um, let's do. Oh, thanks. I'm just playing around, Deborah. I'm just playing around. I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm a little scared here. I don't know what I'm doing, Deborah. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just, said I'm gonna try something new today. Play around. I've never done this before, so I'm just kind of, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't like that one. I'm doing it all on one level like if it was real painting, too. So, it's, yeah, maybe. I have an idea. I have an idea of what I'm doing. I have an idea of what I want to be doing. Whether that idea actually works in my, reality is a whole other story. It's not too bad. So this is oil painting with a palette knife. So it's not really like a brush, even though it's digital. I have like a little, it's just like painting with an edge. So I have a loaded palette knife that puts a bunch of color down. And then I have a dry one that kind of drags it around into shape. So that's kind of what I was messing around with. Trying to be a little more loose and not so tight, just like kind of letting it go. So there was no sketch, no nothing. I just had I had some flowers here that I was just pulling some colors and things from. So that's all I did. And I think it's pretty much done though. If I mess around with it too much now, it's gonna just get all mudded up. This isn't for anybody. It's just for me having fun. So, I might share it though anyway. I want my pencils, and I want my wide stroke. I don't know what color. What color should I sign in? What color should I sign my name in? Oh. Pick a color. Blue? There's no blue in there, but I will find some blue. Hang on, let me find I'll find a nice, get like a greeny blue. Okay. Mauve? Well, which one? Mauve or blue? Alright, I'll show you, you can pick. Hang on, we'll show you. This is a blue. Let me darker. Which one? This one? This one here? Okay. Alright. Alright, so we'll go, I don't like that. It's too big. I'm gonna have to turn the paper. Come on, turn for me. Alright. My finger touch ain't working right. Of course. Of course you're not gonna work right for me. Thanks. I appreciate it. Alright, we'll just sign it. I need to be over more. I don't like it. I messed my G up. Yes, as an artist, you practice your signature. It's stupid, but that's what you do. So you don't do it right. It's not too bad. I'll take it. I'll take it. You think, oh, just a signature is a signature, but yeah, when you go to make your signature for your paintings, you practice it. And so I kind of really practiced for a while on how to go from the Y to the G without picking up to do my whole name without picking up my pencil to the end. It was like a whole process. And I've gone through like 20 different signatures already, but what do you do? I kind of like this one now. That's not too bad. What do you think? I'm looking at it through the camera, I kind of like it. Hi! You just missed it. I just finished it. I just signed it. I was just playing around. I've never done this before, so it looks alright. I think it's okay. I did, that's alright. I was just playing around because I have a free time today. And I just needed to kind of relax and not really worry about anything. Thanks. I didn't know what I was doing. It's oil paints with a palette knife, and check it out. I just painted everything all on one layer. It's all just on a canvas like if I really painted. Yeah, so that was fun. And I did it with, let me tilt you back here. That's where I signed it with. I did it with I had a loaded palette knife to put like shapes and colors down. And then I did a dry palette knife to kind of spread them out into the right shapes. And then I used the loaded palette knife again to just put some highlights on it. And call it a day. This is the first time I've ever done anything like this, like a still life with flowers or something, but I'm kind of liking it. Do you think it's good enough to post on the page without it being like silly? I'll just explain it was, something new. Okay, I will. I will then. I will watermark it and post it. I'll show you how to do watermarks. I'm going to watermark it. Text. We'll put a text box on it. And K-A-O-T-H-Y-G-I-O. Let's center it. I like curving it. My font, bold metallic. To resize it. It's such a process. but, you know, real. I missed that. I was looking around to get the fading right. What did you say? Say it again. I'll wait for your comment. Say it again. You should sign it always, even if it's just a sketch on a napkin that you're gonna put in a thing. Always, always, always sign it. At least initial it. You should always date it and sign it. Always, always, always. From now on, promise you will sign it, at least with something. Yeah, date it and at least put like your first initial or whatever you're going to use for your thing. It doesn't have to be your own name. You know, you could just put a fan, you know. I know I practiced mine. I was just talking about that with Deborah, that I practiced mine and did a bunch of different ones to figure out which one I liked. And I kind of like this one because it took me a little while. I wanted it to flow, but I wanted to go from the Y to the G. You know, I wanted to write my whole name without picking up my pen, so I could just kind of go. And sometimes I like it better than others, but you could just use a letter A or whatever you feel like using. It just, you know, it could be a series of lines and circles for all anybody cares. It just has to be your sign. You need to sign it. Need to sign it. Because you never ever know. Like, I'm going to throw this in my file at some point. I don't know. I might come out and work on it some more. You never know. Somebody might say, "Ooh, I love it." And then it's already signed. And especially if you're going to post anything online, make sure you sign it. Because the worst thing is having somebody steal your stuff. I mean, people still do steal your stuff, but you have to make it harder for them to steal it. So see, I'll save it like this. I will save it as, let's just put, I'm really good at titling things. And I'm going to save it as a digit R. No, not that one. I'm going to save it in my JPEG files. These are all the files that I post online. The other ones I keep for myself. And sometimes I number them. I don't ever name them. I'm really bad. Like, Dancer 1. Blurry Roses. Alright, so this whole file, I have a whole file on my computer that is all the stuff I post online. And they all have the watermark on them. Save, save, save. Okay. And then I will close the watermark off and save it again. In my finished file. And I have them all like this in case I ever need to print it out at some point. I have them. But just like if you paint or draw something and you take pictures, I would try to scan it or take a digital picture and then do it on a computer and have some sort of in Word or something, put some kind of signage on it, or use a collage program to take your picture and. Okay, well, see, you know what I do? I actually, on my tablet, I have Pick Collage. Okay, so it's like just a app to make collages from your photos. So I'll take a photo of this. Okay, so what you here? So I have this photo saved. I have this photo saved on my tablet. And then I'll take a photo of this, and I'll post this on my design page with the watermark on it. And then when I go there, I'll like copy and save it. This picture that I post on my Facebook artist page, I'll save that onto my tablet. And then I go into Pic Collage, and that's how I make the pictures I post, like this. Let me see if I can show you one really quick. So then, oh gosh. Oh, so then see how in Pic Collage, oh please focus it. I'll take the little picture and put it in the corner or something. So if you make a picture, and if you take a picture of something with your name on it or a symbol that you want, and then you just put it in there. And so then the reason I post these in Pic Collage is because it's a picture of my drawing, and it's not the actual drawing. Right there, Kathy Grillo Design. And so, I have another one too, but that's my dog's really. But, so then, like, if somebody was going to copy this and try to blow it up, it's like one picture. This is only part of a picture. It's not just my drawing. So that's another tip. You got to protect your stuff when you push it online. Have to. Okay. So I'm kind of liking it. I'm glad I saved it. Let's see. So we'll close this out. That's on my social media. I don't even know how to use half of it. I don't know what I'm doing on half of it. Let's go to Facebook really quick on here. Am I still logged in? Yes, thank you. So here's my Facebook. Oh, that's my sister. Where's she going? Heading for a great day of fun. I don't know. She's out somewhere. I don't know where my sister's at. Oh, see my mom. There's my mom asking, where are you going? That's how I know what's going on in my family on Facebook. Alright, so here's my design page. And I'm going to photo in my albums. I don't even know what I'm putting it in. Is it in there? I guess I'll put it in there. Graphic arts? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Is that the right one? Oh, nope, this is the wrong one. Yes, I want to delete that one. We need to add photos, and I need to go to the right. This one. Alright. La la la, ain't this exciting? Okay, so I will put digital oil. I always make sure they know it's digital. Digital oils and palette knife. There we go. Alright. So I'm gonna head out. I see Alexa, or I think she already left, which is great. And you can see this on my page. See you guys later.